Hey guys, this is your Thursday video, and let's just take a moment to talk this week about medical doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, general practitioners, even to some extent neurologists. And these are the kind of medical practitioners that sometimes people have to go to and deal with them. Now, before I say why are we talking about these people, in the context of India, doctors are very important because loads and loads of people are not out to their parents, and there is still a notion among the Indian medical fraternity that homosexuality can be cured, and it's just some sort of deviant behavior, or it's just something that you can fix by some sort of therapy. Now, I'm a layperson, I'm not a medical professional, but what I would just say is that of what I have read and what I have gone through, it's a worldwide consensus nearly now that there is no such thing as a gay disease and you cannot cure homosexual people. So, having said that, in India, you just go online and just open a search engine and type in gay cure or homosexuality cure, and you're going to get so many links of people offering medical treatment for LGBT people. And the kind of pages that come up, unfortunately, people are not aware of alternative sexualities or different life or different types of genders or things like that, and people just, when their children come out to them or something, they just take them to visit these shrinks or other types of quacks, I would call them, and try to get them cured. Now, as it is, the number of psychologists and number of psychiatrists are few and far between in this country, but when you think about the ones that are qualified and when they choose to practice this sort of medicine, what impact it has on a person who is going through the trauma already of being exposed willingly or unwillingly to homophobia, or people who are not open to the idea of accepting his or him, even their own children. Some people are not ready to accept that. Now, in the context of this country, especially, let's just think about how these doctors approach these problems. Now, if I tell you my own story, I often have to take my mother to a postgraduate neurologist for some of her medical conditions. And when we are in his consulting room, one of the questions that he always asks is, why doesn't your son get married? Which is none of his business, but it's just to make sure that my mother is not anxious about me. He insists on asking that question. And after that, he insinuates or sometimes just points directly to whether I am indeed gay. And that's very funny because I just evade him, and I don't want to go out to him and be direct in his face because he's not somebody I need to be wildly concerned with. But coming from a person who is so educated, this sort of homophobia, where he describes LGBT relationships as being unnatural, comes to me as a great surprise. And this person is on panels in the United States, is on the panels in India for various neurological issues. He's quite educated, so one would assume that he is good at what he does. Similarly, I had an experience when I was a teenager, when I was 16 years old. I went to a psychiatrist myself to discuss my sexuality, and he listened to my problem, and then he gave me an answer that I should try to be bisexual. All he did was scribble on his prescription pad and write a couple of antidepressants. And what I did with that was I just threw it in the parking lot right there. So my opinion on this is very clear. Doctors who practice such type of therapies or prescribe pills or medicines or potions for converting gays into straights or changing sexualities are committing malpractice. And it's a pity that the Indian Medical Council has never come out and said anything about it, or made any statements about it, or taken these doctors to task. In fact, I think that, as far as I know, doctors are covered under the consumer protection laws in this country, and they should be taken to consumer courts by LGBT individuals who are or have been victims of such medical practitioners. Having said that, I want to hear your opinion on this. Do you have any such stories where your parents or your relatives decided to take you to a shrink? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, all you have to do is give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more of these, hit on the subscribe button over there, and each time I make a video, you will get an update. It's as simple as that. So it was nice to talk to you this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.